Well, Andy, just to show you how massive the snowstorm was this past 3 weeks, MoDOT actually had to use about nearly 2.5 million of these salt bags just to clear Missouri state-owned roads. Yes, the focus this time was on prevention. This is the second year in a row that a racist act has occurred on MU's campus. And in Rio de Janeiro today, the head of the state civil police resigned amidst controversy involving officers under his command. Police say that the suspect is very bold and dangerous, attacking an 85-year-old woman in broad daylight. And that's why police and neighbors are anxious to get this man off the streets. And now officials believe that the fire may have been the result of faulty electrical wirings. Officials say workers were in the process of updating some outlets, and according to the fire chief, the house is not salvageable. Well, when police arrived at the scene, they found a man with gunshot wounds and no suspect in sight. Police responded to a disturbance call Tuesday evening at this break time located on Clark and Dunklin. And according to Jefferson City Police, the 31-year-old suspect shot the victim during an altercation. Well, Jim, of the 14 families displaced, one person has been hospitalized, according to the fire chief, while a number of other residents have suffered minor burns and bruises. It was like any other evening. 9-year-old Jerry Adams was walking his dog down his street.
Right here, and Echo chain fell because he was moving too fast, and I couldn't pull him.
That's when Echo, Jerry's pit bull, ran into the alley and met a man with a gun.
Echo was turning. He got a gun out and pointed at my dog and shot him.
Here in this alleyway behind me is where police say the shooting took place. I spoke with one eyewitness who says this is where Echo charged the suspect. Another neighbor who didn't want her face shown says she heard the loud boom while in her living room.
After I heard the gunshot, I jumped up and ran outside to see what was going on.
Jerry's mom says she immediately confronted the man who was also walking his dog.
My face with a smug look on his face and said he tried to attack me.
But in the midst of this tragedy comes a happy ending. A stranger who heard about Jerry's loss donated a new puppy to the 9-year-old. This dog's name is Oki, Echo spelled backwards. Modupe Idowu, KOMU 8 News, Jefferson City.
Good job. All right, Haley, let's try it.
10-year-old Haley is just one of 40 children participating in Losing the Training Wheels, a week-long program designed to help children with disabilities learn to ride their bikes.
Catch up with him.
Haley has Down syndrome, but that hasn't stopped her from riding her pink kitty cat bike around Cooler Family Skate Park.
For her to be able to get on a bicycle and ride like the other children, it's just amazing, and you see her face light up.
It requires motor skills, a task that can be difficult for children with special needs. Each day the kids at the camp are learning how to go from one roller to the next, gradually learning how to keep their balance.
And really, by the end of the week, we see 80% of our riders making the progress up to 2 wheels.
Price says this experience has done more than teach her daughter to ride a bicycle.
So it's confidence, self-esteem, it's just the skills that they can obtain and do like the other children.
For more than an hour a day, the kids steer and pedal, perfecting their riding skills in hopes of riding all by themselves.
Good job.
In Alpharetta, Modupe Idowu, Fox 5 News.
It's on.
That's what Moberly School said to MACC when the college challenged them to help needy families.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy, especially when you're carrying a whole crate full.
And there's nothing but excitement filling these hallways as students look to see how many crates of food they brought in. Moberly Public School hopes to beat Moberly Community College by filling up 150 of these bags with foods ranging from peas to dirty rice. The Christmas meal also includes dessert, and each family member will receive either a turkey or a ham. But this friendly competition will help aid a serious problem. More than 100,000 people in mid-Missouri live at or below the poverty line. And in Moberly Public Schools alone, nearly 62% of students qualify for free or reduced lunch.
What was kind of neat about this initiative is that our students, having such a high free and reduced lunch population, have been the ones to help their peers.
Meaning that a nice holiday meal came just in time since school will be letting out soon. But the winner of this competition will not only get bragging rights, but this golden drumstick. Modupe Idowu, KOMU 8 News, Moberly. It was kind of, well, slow. Deputy Eli Burkholder gives us a ride as he patrols Boone County for people not wearing seatbelts and traffic violations.
A lot of times people say, well, I'm a good driver, I'm not going to get hurt, or I'm not, I'm going to be okay.
The program is sponsored by a grant to encourage safe driving with an emphasis on seatbelts. Only 76% of Missourians buckle up. That's 8% less than the national average of 84%. Boone County officers must find other violations in order to pull someone over for not wearing their seatbelt. While out, Officer Burkholder spots a van with expired plates, but the driver is wearing her seatbelt. The passengers are not.
You could see into the back of the vehicle, could see children sitting on the floor where a seat should be.
The car is uninsured and the driver of the van runs a daycare.
It's frustrating to see this because this is why we are out here today, to protect these children.
Burkholder says this is a prime example of why programs like these are needed. Modupe, Idowu, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.